What would it look like in your life if you were loved well? And more importantly, really, what is the definition of true love? Have you ever thought about that? I've thought about that a lot. I think this series is going to be great, whether you are married or in a relationship, whether you're single and you want to be single for the rest of your life. That's perfectly fine. Has nothing to do with finding true love. Whether you are a parent or whether you are a child loving your parents, no matter what your relationship status is, even if you were on a deserted island all by yourself, could you define true love, and could you find out how to be loved, truly loved, and what a difference that would make in your life? I want to talk about that today, and also I want to expand on that in this coming series that I'm working on. I hope you'll join me for that. Shalom, friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Finding Shalom, and I'm Krista. I have a new series that I'm starting today with this first video, and I'm somewhat excited. I am actually really excited to start it because so many people I know don't realize that one of the huge paths to peace is true love. And it's something I discovered, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And on the other hand, I am a little nervous and apprehensive because true love is such a big, important subject. And I want to do it justice, but sometimes you think, oh gosh, how could I even, do it justice? It's such a huge subject. But I've been also thinking about all the brides I've had in the past. And in particular, there's been a few through the years that have really stood out to me, that they were unhappy. That it usually started with them being unhappy with their dress. Now that's a real problem if I sold them their dress and it took a few months for the factory to get it in, and when it came in, they were unhappy. I have literally had that happen, where a bride came out, and she was not a young bride, she was an older bride, but had a moment of a little temper tantrums where she says, I hate it. And I knew at that moment we were in a world of hurt. She was in a bad place, and she had chosen the dress like 3 months before and absolutely loved it, fell in love with it. And here we are after, and she's not happy. And I've had a couple this year that it's happened the same way, but I don't think it was about the dress. I've noticed in my 16 years plus, 16 years in retail, and then over 20 years working with brides in just the sewing end of things, that a lot of times it's not about the dress. I know they say it's always about the dress, but it's not always about the dress. Sometimes I have found when they are unhappy with the dress, there is an underlying issue. Sometimes it's with the groom and the insecurity of, should I get married? Should I not get married? Other times it is a deep-seated lack of confidence in themselves and how they look. And I came across that a few weeks ago. And no matter what I did to a dress, and luckily I didn't sell the dress to her, she just came to me for alterations, but she's not happy. And no matter how much I altered it, this or that, she wasn't happy. And I could see that it really didn't have to do with the dress. It had to do with a feeling of unhappiness, of not enough peace in her life. Maybe I'm not confident in how I'm going to look and everybody's eyes are going to be on me. And I think that goes right back down to our sense of love, our sense of acceptance, and our sense of peace. And if you are raised in a home where love wasn't fully or properly shown you, then a lot of times you're going to bring that into your adult life, and you're going to have a lack of self-confidence, and you're going to be looking for love in the wrong places, because no matter what we all say, we are all out looking for love and acceptance. How do you know if you've been looking for love in the wrong places and in the wrong ways? Well, have you been in one bad relationship after another, after another, after another? Or are you in a marriage but you feel completely alone? Or do you seek the approval of others? Nowadays it could be on Facebook, Instagram. Does your self-worth completely connect to how people react to you, whether they give you likes, whether they applaud you? Do you find self-worth in the job that you're doing, or do you need someone to tell you you're doing a good job? There's so many different areas. You could say those who have sought out drugs and alcohol, they are usually numbing the pain from the opposite of love. They are numbing the pain from being unloved or unaccepted. And so you could say that it has to do with love. Everything having to do with our peace really is connected to love. And how do I know that? Because when I started to study my word shalom many, many years ago, shortly into my journey, maybe a couple of years of continuing this word of the year shalom, I came across the word love and realized it was a really big part of the journey to shalom, probably even a path all on its own, a path to peace. And so if you've ever sought out peace, you're probably also seeking out love and acceptance. And so, as you guys know, I wear these little bracelets, and I've brought them up many times. One of my words of the year, it was like a subword to shalom, is love. And my friend brought me a bracelet, and it says, do all things with love. And that particular year, I studied everything about love. True love. I'm like, okay, I thought I knew what love was, but let's dig in deeper. And that whole year I learned how to love others. I learned how God loved me. I learned what true love really was, not just this world's image of what love is. I wanted to have the real thing, the real love that brings peace. And I also know from experience, because I've been loved right and I've been loved wrong. I've had love in my life, both from relatives and also from my hubby. I've had love that's just been done right, that made me feel confident, that made me feel a little fearless, like I could conquer the world, and if I fell down and scraped my knees, it'd be okay because they would still love me. That's true love. And some of you have experienced that, and others haven't experienced true love. The freedom of knowing that you can't officially do anything wrong. Yes, you can hurt your love with them by hurting them. But true love forgives. And we're going to go through that in this series. We're going to find out how to find a love and a confidence that will make you take risks and not be worried about failing, and a love that makes you feel secure, a love that makes you feel just protected and provided for. A love that doesn't really need finances it's not a love that somebody buys your love. There's so many false loves. In our next video, we're going to actually talk about all of the false love and the true love. And I hope you guys, through this series, find true love and can truly love yourselves as well, so that you guys can do things you never thought were possible, and you can feel secure in that love. So I have a challenge for you guys. If you're willing to take this challenge, let me tell you about that. Before jumping into another relationship, before filing for that divorce, before giving up, before whatever you plan next, maybe even before starting a business, jumping into another career, before making another life decision or a decision to give up, give God 1 year. I challenge you to study this word love, to dive in, and not just my series on love. I want to show you what true love is so that you can make some good decisions, but don't just do it on what I say. Dig in, pursue it, seek it, search it out, look up definitions, dive into the Bible and go to the very back of your Bible. There's a concordance there, and you can look up the word love, and you can look up every single word in a verse in the Bible that says love. And then you can find some words that are like love and start to search for those. Then you can search for the character of God and the character of humans and the way that they make mistakes and the way that they did it right. Give it 1 year. I challenge you to give God 1 year and to watch the rest of this series before making any more life decisions. I hope you can follow along. Subscribe, hit the bell. If you've liked anything in this video, hit like, comment. That helps my algorithms. And I just beg you, more importantly than algorithms and all of that, I beg you to give God 1 year to show you what true love is. That's my challenge for you. I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon. Shalom, my dear friends. And real quick before I leave, I want to tell you a few of the titles of the videos to come. This isn't all of them, because I just know we're going to uncover some more, and I'll want to make some other videos. But the ones I have set up, this video was being loved well makes all the difference in the world. And it really does. I promise you it does. The second video, what is true love? How do I know if I am being loved well? 4, am I loving others well? It's just as important to have people love you as it is to love others, because we want to reciprocate it. Plus, it makes love completely surround you, but we'll talk about that in that video. 5 is love equals safety. 6 is you are not alone. 7 is love is a commitment, not a feeling. 8 is the best example of love. 9 is following your heart the best example? And number 10, for the ones that I have listed right now, I've told you I'll probably have more. Loving yourself. Is this a myth? Is it that you cannot love others until you love yourself? We're going to discover all of those things. I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll subscribe and follow me, and we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.